Hi cuties, welcome to my interior design series. I don't really know what I'm going to call it, but I've seen a few different YouTubers do this style of video and I really liked it. I feel like I always had opinions on the videos they were doing, so I was like, why not make my own? You guys sent me a ton of submissions on spaces you need help with designing, and you guys have the cutest spaces. You don't really need my help, but I mean, it's what I like to do, so I'm excited to do it. I also have a degree in interior design, for those of you that don't know, so I'm slightly qualified, but not that that means that much, but I just have a lot of opinions on interior design, and I'd like to think I'm good at it. So yeah, let's get into the first submission, which is the first person who messaged me. Sophie, she lives in Baltimore, and she actually DM'd me. She was very excited, and she sent me her blue kitchen that she just painted, or she had moved in and it didn't look anything like this. She painted it blue, and I was like, oh, it's so cute. So let's look and see what it looks like. She sent me a video. Take a look at Sophie's kitchen. Here it is. It's so cute. I love a blue kitchen, and I love this wooden table with the marble top on it. It's just like really beautiful. Those chairs are so nice, and I like that all of the molding is also painted the same blue as the kitchen. And then she has this beautiful like wood antique cabinet in there as well with some cute glassware. Let's see, here's a picture of it so you can kind of get the general idea of the kitchen. And then here as well is another area. Let's see, this is from a different angle. So she has her fridge there, and then she has this area where there's like a microwave, and she wants to cover that with fabric. So what she came to me with was that she needed help with the floor because she has hardwood floors in there, and she needed help with whether she should put linoleum tiles on it because she wanted like a checker floor, or if she should paint the hardwoods. And I thought she should paint the hardwoods. She said they're not in the best shape, but I feel like that's the best opportunity to then paint them, so that'll be really nice. And she had just had linoleum ripped up, so this is what the kitchen looked like before. Let's see, I know she attached it here. Okay, so here's the kitchen before, and you can just see that like cheap linoleum tile. And then I don't know what they were doing with those windows, covering them like they didn't want anyone to see in or out. But yes, so I made a Pinterest board, and it's just a general idea of what I think. So she was trying to figure out what colors the floor should be, and then she needs fabric for the cafe curtain in her kitchen window, and then fabric underneath to cover where the microwave is, where those shelves are. So let's go to the Pinterest board I made, and I love making Pinterest boards, so this was really fun. So I saved a lot of different things. She also sent me some inspiration photos as well, which were pretty spot on with like kind of my style as well. So I was like, this will be exciting. This blue kitchen was one of the ones she sent, which I have that definitely saved in my Pinterest. So what I think she should do with the floor is, I personally love the like diamond. So it's like the checker, but just like oriented like a diamond. To me, that feels more like classic style, but I feel like also checker would be very cute. I just feel like checker can sometimes be a little trendier, but if you're into it, do it. So she was trying to decide what color. And I was thinking, I just love the combo of blue and red. It's just such a good combo. I can't get over it right now. So here's like a similar style to what I'm thinking, and color-wise, kind of like a creamy white and like a dusty burgundy kind of red. I wouldn't go super red just because the kitchen is already so vibrant, but like one that's a little bit more subdued of a red, deep red kind of. And yeah, like I love this. This is a little bit more, like has a little bit more of a terracotta vibe to it, but really love it. And that like creamy off-white color. I also thought this could be pretty, like a straw yellowy color with creamy, but to me I'm leaning a little bit more towards the red, just because I feel like from what I've seen from her house, she has a like bright pink dining room, so I'm like, she's not afraid of color, clearly with the blue kitchen as well. So I think that'd be really cute. This bathroom right here, I love this combo of the white and blue striped walls and the red and creamy checker floor. I feel like that's kind of what you're going for, Sophie, and I really love that. Let's see, and then, so she needed help with fabrics for the window and the microwave area, and I really think the blue and white stripe would be really nice with that. So here are a few options that I saved, and also you sent me an inspiration photo with some like floral detail on it, so I found this fabric with some floral. I think that could be really cute and like kind of like feminine, dainty. I would be opposed to doing a red and creamy stripe as well. So I think what I would suggest is going to get some fabric swatches of blue and white stripe, red and white stripe, and then like whatever else kind of like sticks out to you. But like maybe staying in line with like some of the options I put if you need a general idea, although I feel like you're pretty good at this, so you might not need that guidance. And then just like holding it up in the kitchen. That's the best way to do it. Getting little swatches of all the ones you love and kind of just like holding them up where you need them, standing back, seeing how it looks. So yeah, I think that would be really beautiful. Another thing that I would suggest, which you didn't ask me to, but I'm gonna suggest it anyways. I saw on the ceiling like fan poles, the little like string, so I assume there's a fan. I love to get rid of a ceiling fan, but I know that's not like the most popular decision, because fans are quite practical, so if you need the fan, keep the fan. But I did think something like a cone-shaped light, even in this red color, like this one here on Etsy, I think that would be really beautiful. Like even if you hung it just where the fan was in the center of the space, it would be fine. But I think it could be cool to do like a little hook and hang it over the dining table to really define the space as its kind of own sitting area. And I loved this dining room. I mean, that light is incredible. Don't know where it's from, but I like that like general style. And then also another thing I love, which I didn't see in yours, I don't think, I love a kitchen lamp. So like above where the microwave is, I would put like a little, I loved this like little metal lamp. It's not for sale anymore and it's from Zara, so. But if you could find a vintage version of it, or something like this, or something even like a little sconce there would be really nice as well. But I do like the red with the blue, so maybe you could stay in that kind of like tone of options. But yes, I also love this blue and red striped fabric. You could use it like that, combine the colors. And so I did save a few things on Etsy that I think could work for your space. I love like a little portrait in there. I know you have shelves there, like above the microwave. Maybe like a little piece of artwork and a lamp would be really nice there as well. But I will link below the Etsy things for each room that I think would work. So I also like, just so you have some general ideas of like if you wanted to buy it or if you want to find something similar that's cheaper or whatever it is. Just kind of like what I'm thinking. But this was another one, this little like blue sconce would be so cute. It's a plug-in one. So cute. That would be really nice lighting-wise in the kitchen. And I think that you kind of have it figured out. I know you're struggling with the floors, and I really would just go with the creamy, kind of like deep burgundy. Sorry. It's like moving furniture upstairs. Creamy with like the burgundy, and then blue and white stripe, or if you find one that you like better. fabric-wise would be amazing. It sounds like they're like, oh my god. But overall, I think you kind of have the general idea of what you need to do and to make the space look really nice. So I feel like you just needed me to kind of confirm that for you. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to message me because your space really excites me. So yeah, that's what I would do. Okay, next submission is Tatum. She just moved from a 300 square foot studio to this like really giant, beautiful bedroom. So I think she's like struggling a little bit with like the sparseness of her things in this like bigger space. So here is her bedroom. Let's see. So you walk down this hallway into her room, and there's like this beautiful detail on the archway, and then you have this giant bedroom. It's stunning. And this beautiful fireplace. What a lovely detail that is. Even like the moldy detail around her closet is so beautiful. And I love this little like hanging chair thing. So she said that she was someone who has returned 5 different duvets because she couldn't find the right one. And then she just ended up with this pale yellow duvet, which I totally understand. I'm the same way about it. About getting the right perfect thing, but I really like the pale yellow duvet. But yeah, this space is really cute. So the first thing that I would suggest doing is, this might be controversial because everyone wants their bed to be framed by the windows in a room, but I would move the bed opposite of the fireplace, and I would put a dresser in that niche where your bed is. It looks like it's like a little bit of a niche there, which would be a really nice space to like create a little moment. So a dresser with like a little mirror above it, and like maybe a little lamp if there's a plug over there. Another thing, I'm seeing you just have like one nightstand, and it looks like a lucite nightstand, and which can be cute, but I think personally it's not adding a whole lot in this space. I think you need a little bit more warmth there, so maybe like a wood nightstand. And if you move the bed opposite of the fireplace, I'm not sure space-wise with the radiator if you would need to use that also as like kind of a bedside table. I don't know if you actually can, but maybe you could put a piece of marble on top. I feel like I've seen that before. And then just get one nightstand for the other side. And I also love seeing like a chair, just like a beautiful wooden chair as a nightstand. It's not the most practical, but it is beautiful. So I actually drew up just like a little floor plan. Just visually, these help me. I don't know if like that will help you or not. And it's not a floor plan that would ever fly in school. Like, this is not correct by any means. There's no doors, but okay, so what I would do is I would move the bed here across from the fireplace. Maybe like a little nightstand here. If you can put one here, or if you want to play around with the radiator, it would be really cute. Then dresser here in that niche with a mirror and a lamp. And I would love to see a chair here with like a little side table and a little sconce, which I'm going to show you what I mean by this. And then that little like hanging chair thing you had over here, I would put here with like maybe a little picture of it, make it a little moment. And then where you have that giant painting, or I guess it's more like a print, I would put like a little bench or something there and make it a little moment on its own as well. So that it's kind of like this like entry way. I think that would be really nice. And then a big rug under your bed just to like ground the space a bit more. Also, I know you have like a little rug where your little entryway is with that big print there. And I think that it's being like swallowed by the space a little bit. It's like a runner. I would move that, like maybe if you put like a bench under the print or the giant piece of artwork, move it out a little bit, or get one that kind of fills that space a little bit more. But let's go to your Pinterest board, which, okay, I kind of struggled style-wise with yours a little bit, just because I didn't feel like I knew exactly your style, just because I couldn't see a ton of the like furniture you have in the space. But you did tell me you liked, what is it? I wrote it down. Mexican architecture, romantic gestures, and masculine objects. So I feel like that was like, I thought that was a really beautiful way of explaining your style too. But it was kind of up for interpretation on certain things. So just keep in mind that like maybe stylistically these aren't all the things that you would love, but I'm kind of saving things that I think like furniture placement wise or just like styling with objects is what I would want you to like pay attention to. But here's your Pinterest board. And I loved the idea of like little sconces on either side of your bed, kind of like this guy here. Like I also love the way the cord looks hanging down. I don't know if that's your vibe, but it could be cute. Or doing like longer sconces on either side, not right above the bed. I loved this with like a little stool and a little lamp and like a little piece of artwork. I love when you have like a big wall and like a little piece of artwork. There's something about that that just feels so like awkward and cool. And then I loved this, which I saved in Etsy, light similar to this one. I don't know if it would be your style, but I think it could be really nice and like, I don't know why when you said romantic gestures, I thought more feminine, kind of like flowy. So if that's a misinterpretation of that, I'm sorry, but so I kind of brought that in. But I think that would be really beautiful. I also love this giant ear there. Again, I will link any Etsy things that I think will work in your space below. Also, just paying attention to the layering. So I know you have a full-length mirror in there. I would love to see your plant moved over near it. And then maybe like a little stool similar to this, with like a little vase with a plant or a sculpture, or even like that like IKEA ball light, something like that, to really make it like a moment there. I think people neglect the like layering and really like putting your like own touch on the little objects, and like things can be a little awkward, but like that's what makes them beautiful. I don't know, like they're not the most practical, but that's kind of what I love. So if you did want to switch out that fan above your bed, which I feel like you probably do, but I don't know. I do love the like trend of the giant like ball lanterns, which I know they're like very trendy. There's something about it that's very polished looking, especially in a big room like that, because you can get them really big, so scale-wise they make a lot of sense. And you can find like pretty affordable ones. But I will also link vintage versions of lights that I think are also really nice. But again, like keeping to this like layering, like more layering kind of makes it feel more polished and like thought about. So in that like corner where your fireplace is near the window, I think a chair with an ottoman would be really nice. I think one of the first images I saved was that kind of vibe. So like a funky little, I don't know, maybe a more masculine chair would be great since you like masculine objects. With like a little ottoman stool in front of it, really make it like a loungy moment. And then I love like a little plug-in sconce there, like either hanging over it like this one, or like a scissor one, which I'll show you on Etsy. Like there's a similar style, but like it's like a scissor light. I don't know how to explain it, but I'll link it. And let's see, ones for that. Oh, also your little chair that you have in there, I think is really cool, like architecturally, like sculpturally kind of. And it'd be really nice to see it like on the wall next to where your curtain like closet is, and then just like two little prints above it, like something like this. I think that would be really nice. Here's some more of the lights that I think could be cool in there. But again, you can follow these guidelines and go exactly with what your style would be more so. I think also for your bedding, I know you said you struggled with that. I would love to see like a vintage blanket or quilt or something at the end of your bed. I saved a lot of like striped ones because it just felt like maybe you'd like that, like this kind of guy or gal. And then here's another one, like just like the layering. I think if you have more layering on your bed, layering on your bed, it feels more polished. Maybe even like pillows that you would like on there. Let's see, I saved another one that was like a striped. Oh, this one. I think that would be something like that would be really beautiful at the end of your bed. And this guy, like a vintage one, just putting your own little like touch on it. And then another suggestion I had was where you have your closet and you have curtains. I think switching out those curtains would be really fun. And I saved this because, again, when you said like romantic gestures, I then thought like feminine like linens and stuff. Again, if that's wrong, ignore this. But I found this little like patchwork linen, and I think something like that would be really beautiful hanging where your curtain is now. And if you, I assume you're renting. I think you're in New York, but just from what I could tell, I don't know. So you can like take these along with you. It's not like a permanent thing, but something like this would be really nice there. And then I think also above the fireplace, I would maybe curate that a little bit more. Let me go back to your video. So right now it seems like the fireplace just kind of has like random things placed on it. And they are cute little things, but I feel like it's losing the fireplace. Even if like you kept the little like piece of artwork that's there, but then kind of like styled out the top of the fireplace a little bit more, would be fun. I think just like looking at the things I put in the Pinterest board and just kind of paying attention to like what kind of makes it look more like clean and considered. Not that yours isn't, but like I feel like you probably just put them there because you have them and you need a place to put them and they just like seem nice there. But I think putting something like more thoughtfully in the place, like maybe some books there, maybe a little sculpture, maybe, I don't know, but not overcrowding the mantle. I hope I worded that right, but just like more carefully considered, curated like thing there. Also this chair makes all the squeaking, sorry. But yeah, I think that would be a really beautiful start to make that space really nice. I think right now what you're struggling with is that you just don't have a lot of stuff to fill the space. And I think that you need more furniture for sure. And I think the way I placed it would be really nice and like warm and cozy. I also think for the rug, I saved one. It's kind of pricey, the one I saved on Etsy, but really beautiful. It's like this kind of like vintage yellowy Turkish rug. It's a like it's almost like an 8 by 11 foot one, and I think you can get away with a really big rug in there. Something like that. Again, these are all just guidelines, so if you just want to like use them and find something similar that's cheaper or a different style, go for it. Okay, this is clearly me editing and not sitting where you just saw me, but one thing I forgot to add for Tatum's space is the curtain. There's a curtain on the left side of the bed, and it's kind of swallowing the window up a bit. What I would love to tell you to do is a cafe curtain, of course, because I love them. And you could easily get just like a tension rod from like Target, wherever. A thin, really thin tension rod, small one for like a window, like inside mount window. And get like just like a white or whatever you want curtain panel and cut it to the length that you want it, so it's like just covering half of the bottom half of the window. I'll show you a picture of what I mean, and I think that would be really nice and like polished looking for the space. And I think it also is a good opportunity to let light in, and it looks like from your view that people aren't like up close to your window. I can't really tell, to be honest, but just to like filter light in but also have some privacy. So that is the last suggestion I have, and a really good one. I will put a picture of my bedroom with a cafe curtain. I love it. So yeah, that's my last tip. I think that would be really nice. And that would be my suggestion for your space. And Again, I will link the Etsy things down below, and if you have any questions, if I wasn't clear enough in explaining this or whatnot, just message me. I am so happy to help because this really excites me. And if you do end up doing any of these things, send me pictures, videos, whatever. I'm happy to help with the process as well. So yeah, this was fun. Thanks.